We're live.
Good morning.
We're
Good morning.
live. We're
How
live.
are you,
Like.
Good morning, pretty Lisa.
Good morning, baby.
Be positive. Be happy. Be positive. Be happy. You know, it's a choice. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to be back in just a moment, but we're going to talk about that.
Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning for Let's Talk About It.
She is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is Brian K. McNeill.
And together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. This morning, someone says, how are you and your wife? I said, fine. She goes, your page looks interesting. What is it that you guys do? So I answered the question. I told her what we do. I told her basically, and then I I said, let's talk about it more deeply. And I sent my Calendly link to her. And that was interesting too. I'm not going to go more further than that. But when people try to ask us what we do, it's full, because I'm a sales coach and a speaker and an author. And my wife is an empowerment coach and a publisher and a preacher and a teacher and an encourager. We both are encouragers. We also host this show right here. And we both also host male empowerment networks and women empowerment networks. So is that everything?
Mm-hmm.
And together we make what's called the Empowerment Duo. This show is called Let's Talk About It. We've been going to doing this show since October of 2016. Yes, we have. Monday through Friday. Since October of 2016 at 9 a.m. with you guys.
With you.
And we talk about personal conversations.
Business information.
And spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
Yes. Very little. We don't do much shenanigans.
Yes,
together make up our collective ministry is
economic independence
through
empowerment,
entrepreneurship. And that can happen to anybody, We're so excited for opportunities that come our way. Like we were in Atlanta this past weekend. We had a chance to pour it out to an audience of waiting and ready for people.
Mm-hmm.
And this upcoming Saturday, we're excited about an opportunity right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we live, with the Back to School Empowerment Jam put on by Pastor Veronica Daughtry. So we're excited about supporting that event as well this Saturday. She's got a wonderful young singer. She's got a stand-up comedian. She's going to serve as the MC and host herself. And from what I understand, she's really, really good at it too. And then I'm going to give a motivational message, but after I talk, I'm going to yield way to the preached word of Sister Lisa Santiago McNeill, who's my favorite preacher.
Okay. Look forward to it.
Yeah, man, we're going to have a good time with it. And if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina, this is free to attend. Come on in there. Let's pack that place out.
Absolutely. Okay. The address is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It is at 3501 Tuckasegee Road, starting at 6:30, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Yes. So now, today's topic. Back to the lecture at hand. Oh, I didn't go get my coffee. I'll go get my coffee. Okay, you go ahead and talk about.
I'll go get your coffee.
May I say?
So today's topic is be happy, be positive. It's a choice. It's a choice. What do you mean? I don't choose not to be happy. I don't choose not to be positive. How is it a choice? Well, it is a choice. It is a choice that we get to make personally when we find ourselves slipping down the slippery slope of non-positivity.
Well, once I get promoted to supervisor at work, then I'll be happy. Once my spouse starts listening to me, then I'll be happy. Once I get my income level to this level that I imagine, I'll be happy then. Once these kids start listening to me, I'll be happy then. Once I get past this cold or flu, then I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about that kind of thinking? Would that get anybody anywhere?
I don't think it's ever intentional.
I know it's not intentional. That's right. But and because it's not intentional, I think it's very important that we have to intentionally um,
Choose.
choose,
Mm-hmm.
intentionally choose. I'll be happy when this happens is wasting time because in life we do get to decide. We keep referencing this song. Uh, Back when I had a little, I thought I needed a lot. That Erica Badu, there's hope.
That was it. That was India Arie.
That's what I said. India Arie, that's hope. India Arie.
When I had a little,
I thought I needed a lot. And then
little was overrated and a lot
was a bit too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells the part in that song about, good morning, William, about this young man asked her, what's it like in America? And he was extremely poor. He had a house with no windows and no doors. And on top of that, he had no eyesight. But that didn't stop him from seeing the light. He was happy in his moment. Even with that situation, he found a way to be happy. He chose to be. William Brown, I'm almost nervous because I know William Brown's going to challenge the concept today. And he should, because nobody thinks like him still.
Amen. Amen. I think that it is. I think it deserves to be challenged because I think honestly that being happy or being positive, first of all, what is being happy?
Okay.
Happy is an expression or is it a feeling?
Let's consult the dictionary. And I saw that there because, for example, I do believe we have to choose to be happy and we have to choose. And I also feel you when you say it deserves to be challenged. Okay. It deserves to be challenged. I feel you on that.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah, because is that Pollyannish? Is that irresponsible to don't worry and be happy? I mean, let's look it up. The dictionary definition of the word happy. Feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. Now, with that right there, that makes me think you can't be happy all the time and you shouldn't. Feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. You can't do that all the time, right? You shouldn't feel or show pleasure or contentment at all times. There's probably a better word for happy than this.
William Brown said, I would never challenge your happy. Happy is personal.
Thank you, William Brown. That's what I'm talking about right there. An educated. Maybe happy is not the right word. Maybe contentment is closer to what I'm thinking. Even if you're not happy about everything, but you can be content. Like I had this.
Well, content is spiritual direction.
Okay.
God commands us to be content.
As you know, probably I want.
Good morning, Brittany.
I want a bigger home. Okay.
I don't want a bigger home.
Well, let me tell the story. I want the kind of home that I don't feel like I need to leave to go on vacation to get away from. I want the home with the laid out backyard, with the pool, with the hot tub, with the well-covered patio, with the shade, a lot of shaded area separate from the house, the bigger garage, the storage area. I want all of that kind of stuff, right? That's what I say I want. Okay, that's what I imagine getting. Now, but also, I had to realize I have a really nice house now. Right now, this house is really nice. I saw a guy said he's dreaming about a 3-bedroom home, a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home is what he was dreaming about owning for himself. Okay, and we live in that. And we had a good friend come by our house, and I wish I had a garage. I remember when we was doing Buttonbush. Remember the house on Buttonbush?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of that house on Buttonbush?
I love that house. Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. And we had a friend come and visit us. Her name was Judith. And we were about to move there. We were about to leave the house. And she said to us as she was looking at the house, she goes, why would you ever leave this house? This house is adorable. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. Adorable. Your house is adorable. Why would you ever leave this house? I don't know. So I think it's a choice. Be happy. being positive. You have to, I think you got to fight to be happy and to be positive because you get enough negative influencers throughout the day.
William Brown says maybe not all the time, but most of the time to be happy.
Okay.
And he goes on to say, Brian, it sounds like you want another job. Absolutely.
Do I want a job?
Another job. That's more to take
Oh,
care
yeah,
of.
yeah. And you're right. When I did live in a house like that, I lived in a house like that for 5 months, and it was constant work and constant maintenance. Ugh.
Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Brittany goes on to say, be happy and grateful. Amen. Be happy
I
and grateful.
love that Brittany Thomas is in the room first off today. Good morning, Sister Brittany. And I love that you decided to contribute to be happy and grateful. One of the gospel songs I've been grooving on lately is Be Grateful. Can you sing it with me, baby?
No. Dr. Deborah says, yes, you have to intentionally be happy.
Grateful. Be grateful. God has not promised me sunshine. That's not the way it's going to be. But a little rain. Should I keep going? And then by the end of the song, she's jamming. Be grateful for everything you've got. Be grateful. Last night, y'all, after my cigar, William Brown says, I currently believe that we are happy. We just distracted from that reality. I love that thought. We are happy, but we get distracted with unhappiness.
Okay.
Last night, William Brown and maybe Brittany, Dr. W, y'all might know this jam. The song is called Redeemed, okay, by Big Daddy Weave. His name kills me, okay? You know the song, right?
No.
You do too know the song Redeemed, okay? But the song is called Redeemed by Big Daddy Weave. And
I don't know the song, and I've never heard of anyone called Big Daddy Weave.
Well, you've heard me sing the song 100 times, and you have heard the name Big Daddy Weave because I told you. He's a big old country-looking white boy.
No, and he's white.
And he's white. Big country fed, big guy. And he goes by the name of Big Daddy Weave. Okay? But it's called I Am Redeemed. I am redeemed. You set me free.
Yes, I have heard it. You played it before.
So I'll shake off these heavy chains. No, not weed.
Weave.
Big Daddy Weave. Shake off these heavy chains and wipe away every stain, because I'm not who I used to be. I am redeemed.
Yes, I remember the song. You played it a few times.
Definitely. See? Now, that's a lesson. Whenever Lisa says I didn't say a song to her or I didn't share something with her, it's not true because I likely did.
Dr. Deborah says sometimes being happy can mean just making decisions one day at a time. You don't have to figure it all out at this very moment. Be happy right now.
Thank you, Dr. Deborah, for that. William Brown said, we got that. It's weave, like hair weave. Brittany Thomas says,
we all have our days where we aren't happy, but then we have to remember it could be worse.
For someone else would love to be in your shoes. That's why you should be grateful. For someone else would love to be in your shoes. Okay. I felt bad for the man with no shoes on until I saw the man with no feet. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's early for me too, William Brown.
What are you trying to say, William Brown?
Big Daddy Weave.
You're not grooving with You should play YouTube with William Brown. It's called Redeemed. It's called Redeemed by Big Daddy Weave, and be in a still place.
It is a comforting song, and he does have a comforting way of sharing it.
Yes.
I think he could have a different name, but that's his name.
Who's to account for that? Like, there's no accounting for taste. Okay, what I'm wearing right now might be completely not someone else's taste. No accounting for taste, no accounting for fashion, and no accounting for his name, Big Daddy Weave.
Absolutely, but it is a comforting song.
Yeah,
it is. It's almost as if he is pensive in that recollection of the fact that he is redeemed
and relieved because
he is redeemed.
Well, the song
is beautiful. Listen to it. Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. YouTube it.
I was introduced to us at a men's meeting, one of the Male Empowerment Network meetings. A brother came in and says, "I want to play a song for the men," and I was like, "Okay."
You can really rest in it. I do remember it. I remember it, but it's not one that I want to hear all the time.
Well, you don't have to hear all the time, baby. There's nothing we do all the time.
That's right.
But I played that song like 4 times last night. So
I didn't have to hear it.
I was going to do it to you. I'm going to tell you why I didn't do it in the bedroom last night. Because I played it in the garage first. Okay, finished up my cigar, played Redeem. And I came in the house and I put it on the downstairs speaker as I was, you got to do your close to shop stuff. Put everything away in the kitchen, close everything up, make sure all the doors, battening down the hatches. Okay, that's what I was doing. But I was playing the song and I was battening down the hatches. And then I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go up in the bedroom and I'm going to play it again. But as I got to the bottom of the stairs of my home, I could hear Lisa snoring hard. She was sawing wood, and there was knots in the wood.
Oh, my goodness. I don't believe you.
Yes, baby. I heard it from the bottom of the stairs. He was going in. So I was like, nah, man, I can't bring it up in the room. So I stayed downstairs. Because I will bring my music up into the room to set my scene before I'm going to bed and all that stuff. Or even to wake up. Music, again, we say it all the time, it's transportation here. But I use it to get me in my place.
Yes. Question, is the goal to be all happy all the time? I don't think happy
so
all the time is, because I think without all of the emotions, we would be one-dimensional.
Yeah, we do need, I was watching the William Brown out to that end. I watched the beginning of T.D. Jake's sermon called Crushing. He has a new book called Crushing. Someone when life is crushing you down, when you're not sure and you're asking questions like, why has God forsaken me? Where is my God now? How come he's not rescuing me from this? And I only got a chance to, before the show this morning, catch the first 6 minutes and 25 seconds. And it was amazing because he was talking about in the midst of his preaching and teaching and healing and traveling, he was suffering greatly. Life was kicking his butt. He had lost his mother-in-law. His daughter had professed that she was pregnant at age 13. He had a lot of bad stuff happen, business stuff going wrong, and he was being crushed. And he said it was during that crushing he had the chance to open up his heart to God and ask God better questions and to get things, understanding came to him better. But you don't get any questions like that when everything is going good. You don't rely on God when everything is going great.
Dr. Beverly says, good morning, my beautiful people, my beautiful family. Yes, we have choices and we have options. Today, my choice is to be the greatest. Amen.
I love that too. Brittany, please read that.
Brittany goes on to say, happiness, no matter what's going on, good or bad, is the goal.
And I've heard that the way Brittany wrote that is described differently. It's described as the word joy. I have joy no matter what. It's like that inner happiness, joy. Whether it's going good or bad, I still have joy. Joy. Unspeakable. Joy. Joy. What's the next line?
God's great joy.
God's great joy. Oh, joy. Joy in my soul.
In all of my ways, I have learned to be content.
Yes. In all my ways. And what if, okay, some bad stuff happened to you and some people talk about you. Mm-hmm. That's something bad happened and people are talking about you too. Mm-hmm. And then something doesn't come through. And then another pain happens. Mm-hmm. And all this stuff bad comes on you. Even then, could you decide to find some happiness in that moment?
Mm-hmm. I think that is a definitely a strong attribute. Brittany says someone is in a singing mood. He really
Not me.
is. Yeah,
Not me.
absolutely.
Nonsense.
Dr. Deborah said, I have always learned to have joy, but I'm not always happy. Absolutely. I actually remember a hairstylist that I had probably 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she spoke very little English
Okay.
when I had hair.
Okay.
And
You didn't put makeup on.
yes, I did.
Not lipstick.
Well, I ate it off because you brought
Oh,
me toast.
my fault. See that? I brought her breakfast, and she gonna say she ate it off. It's my fault for bringing her breakfast.
Amen.
But go ahead
Amen.
about your hairstylist.
So the hairstylist, she was a single woman, and she was married and she was running a business.
She was single and married. Okay.
Single meaning she didn't have, I'm sorry, she didn't have any children. And the women in the shop were talking about their children and all those things.
Okay.
And the question came up to her. I never had any children.
Okay.
I could never have any children. And then she went on to say, I just realized that God didn't want me to have any children. And she had just
Oh wow.
she says that I didn't think twice. I didn't yearn for it because it wasn't for me. It wasn't what God meant for me. And I thought that was such a powerful, because she had some other things that she said that were in along that line. And there were so many different things that people were yearning for. And she was always pleasant. She was always filled with joy. She was always helpful. She was always loving. And she had this, what some people might consider a void in her heart, but she just decided that God meant it this way.
Right. She felt that. Brittany says someone's in a singing mood. I don't know who. William Brown says,
Brian, you a song in your heart. Sing, oh my brother. Sing on, my brother.
Dr. Beverly, it's actually Saturday at 6:30, Dr. Beverly. Saturday, not Sunday. She says, help me, family. Empowerment Sunday. It's actually Saturday, 35. What are we doing? We should be there. I'm going to be there. Lisa's going to be there. I'm going to speak, and Lisa's going to preach a word. I am so excited about the format, actually, because it's going to be entertaining and motivating and an opportunity to give. That's what it's going to be. We were there a few Saturdays ago, a month ago maybe, just as a vendor, but this time we're going to be featured speakers. And actually, I'm honored that she wants us to be a featured speaker to her stuff. I'm honored that anybody, tomorrow at 1 p.m., Lisa and I are being interviewed together as a couple, loving, living together, married, and business together, all of that. By the great Chris Matthews. Dr. Chris Matthews is going to interview us tomorrow at 1 p.m. And I did an interview yesterday that went you can't hardly interview me without me bringing up my wife or old school rap or some script.
Or singing something.
I didn't sing that. I did rap yesterday on my interview.
Uh-huh.
I did a rap lyric on my interview yesterday. But now, you know what she wants now, right? I want to have you back again, Brian, but I want you to bring Lisa with you. They want to interview me again with Lisa. Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay, that's how it goes. I'm constantly wanting to do more and more with my beautiful wife. Get off me, man. That's not gonna get.
I love you.
I love you too, big head.
Good morning, Shirley. I don't have a big head.
You know. Okay. You know, baby. I'm just messing with you. A personal news. I am excited that my firstborn daughter, my Brianna, her name is Brianna Michelle McNeill.
Brian A.
Yeah, Brian A. And she's always been my Bree. Y'all have heard me talk about her before. She lives in Wake Forest, North Carolina, right outside of Raleigh. And she's going to drive down to Charlotte, North Carolina today. She says she expects to be here by noon. And she's bringing my two granddaughters with her, Summer and Violet. Summer and Violet coming to get, and they're going to spend a night. They're going to spend a night with us. They're going to spend all day, and they're going to spend a night with us, stay the night with us. So I'm excited about playing with my grands today. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing that.
Hey man, I'm excited for you too. I'm excited to see the girls. I love hanging out with Summer. Absolutely. And I look
Oh,
forward to getting to know Violet.
yes, yes.
Because Violet now has her own personality.
Now she does. Summer and Violet. Summer is the firstborn, my first granddaughter. I know, no, Aubrey was the first
Aubrey
granddaughter.
was the first.
I got 5 granddaughters, and we have a grandson here in Charlotte. Um, but what I find about Violet, she don't talk as much as her big sister.
Well,
She don't talk quite as much as Summer.
Summer don't let you get the word in edgewise.
Summer, but she wants to talk. She wants to tell her
Well,
stories,
amen.
which I encourage. I love it. She's 7 now, maybe
Yeah, I
7 or
think
6,
so.
something like that. But she
I
likes
think
to
6 because
6.
Aubrey is 9.
Okay,
I think
she
that's
likes
Aubrey
to
is
tell
9.
stories, and I want to hear them. I want to hear all their stories. And she's like, Papa, Papa. But Violet likes to hug. Okay, Violet would want to. She'll want to come and sit next to you and hug you while her big sister does all the talking.
That's all right. That's
So I'm
quite
looking
all
forward to
right.
that today. Yep. Can y'all tell I'm in a bad mood today and I'm kind of sad? Could y'all tell?
I'm glad you are. Amen. Shirley says, enjoy your grandkids and your daughter. Absolutely. I'm going to get to enjoy Bree Bree, I think, while we unleash the girls on
You think that's how it's
Brian.
gonna go? I'm keeping all of them with me.
Yeah, I think she'll want to get away for a second.
Okay, you're probably right.
And you'll only give 30 minutes with your energy levels with the girls. Get 30 minutes and come get these girls.
I never would say, come get these girls. I would just endure it. That's all. They do wear me out, but I'm ready for it. I'll just take it. I'll just take it because I don't get to see them that often. The last time we went to that area, we missed them. They're the only ones we didn't get a chance to see. We saw everybody else. So I really, really missed them. So I'm excited about it. And I'm going to take pictures, and I'm going to come tomorrow with my Bree Bree and granddaughter stories, probably.
Tomorrow, Wisdom Wednesday, look for the updates. Look for all the updates.
And maybe we'll have another submission from Brother Mark.
Well, we have it already. Brother Mark be on it. I have to hold back to keep from watching it before we all watch it together, because I usually get his submission on Mondays.
Okay. And I think it's a good idea that you don't watch it until get it live like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So today I'm going to choose to be happy with my daughter and grandchildren and my pretty wife. You know, we're going to have to, we have to receive. We don't have kids in our house, no little kids. So our house is not kid friendly, I don't think.
No, it's not. But we don't have little babies anymore anyway, because even the grandkids are all over 5 or all over 4.
Yeah. So
but Brandon might come. Little Brandon might come this week, towards the end of this week. I think this is the last week before school.
Has any of the kids already gone back to school?
Some of the charter schools have gone back.
Some of the charter schools have gone back already?
Mm-hmm.
So Brittany Thomas says, I choose to be happy. Brittany, I miss you. Brittany, I miss Brittany. I feel like I need to hug Brittany Thomas. I need to give Brittany Thomas a hug.
That's the way to be happy.
Hug.
Is to share love and to hug. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Going to bed, I am happiest when you finally get into bed, even if I'm already asleep.
Okay.
Even if I'm already asleep.
I
look to feel you in the bed.
Oh, I always feel you when I get into bed, but last night when I got into bed, boy, oh my God, you were really happy to see me.
Why?
Because you was all over, brother, man. I couldn't even, baby, give me.
You couldn't get in. You couldn't get in the bed. I was using your side of the bed as you, like I was using it for your smell, for your side or whatever. So when you got in the bed, then I had to realize that, oh, he's really here. So let me let him get in the bed too.
Not much. It took me half an hour to get all the way in the bed. Okay. Like I'm trying to gently nudge you because you were still sleeping.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to wake you to tell you move your butt over. But I had to get you over there. So that's just craziness there about this. I think the more we talk about this together, the conversation seems to be very mature to me today.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
It seems to be very mature. We recognize we want to be happy, but we're also resolute in you may not always be that way, and that's okay. That's the tenor I see.
I think happy is a is a it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's an emotion, and I think contentment is the state that we have to be in.
And I like that. I really like that thought because if you decide to be content, whether you have a lot or a little, you can still be content. It's not, I think contentment is stronger because it's not dependent upon outside circumstances.
And it doesn't have to be filled with glee.
And it don't have to be filled with glee, okay, or giddiness or any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I like contentment more. If I was to retitle today's show, the quest for contentment.
But I think contentment is also not quite as sought after. We don't seek after contentment. We seek after joy. We seek after happiness. But it could possibly make more sense to find the level tenor of contentment.
Yeah. I'm on the road with you, baby. But I was thinking as you were saying that, sweetheart. But why do we want more and do more and stretch and go? And why do we dare ask? Like I said earlier, the kind of home I want to feel like I live at a resort or a mini resort for us. And William Brown's like, you act like you want another job. Well, I want that, but I don't want to do the work on it either. I want to hire all of that stuff to be done. So
Shirley says, I'm always happy with what I have because it could be worse.
And that's see what I'm saying? This is a mature sentiment that Sister Shirley just proffered for us. An adult sentiment. Mm-hmm. I'm always happy with what I have because she knows. And I don't think you get to that place until you mature to a certain level of life. You need some bumps and bruises and some scars before you come to the place that you're going to always be happy with what you have. Because you know it could be worse. How do you know it could be worse? You could either live through worse or saw worse intimately.
Amen. William Brown says, I don't seek happy, I allow happy. Amen.
Allowing versus seeking. No, man.
Why?
Because you allow it to happen, yes. But you have to look for it in order to know it's there. Okay.
But I don't think so. I think that's when you're looking for it, it's almost like you can be looking beyond it. You already have it. And because you're looking at all of this, I could be happy, but I could be happy, but I could be happy, but we actually have a reason to already be happy. But sometimes we look at the things that may outweigh what we could be happy about. And so we don't allow ourselves to relish the happy. Dr. Deborah says content to me is contentment is a state of being. Happy is an emotion. Yeah, that is I agree with that.
I like that where summating it myself, actually, Dr. Deborah. Thank you for that contribution there. It's 9:32. Do we have a card or anything like that today?
I actually have this allow card. I'm going to find it.
Well, let's find the allow card. So it's in there somewhere. We're going to find it. While she's looking for the card, again, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up today. There's so many things that happen during the course of a day as an entrepreneur, particularly at least in our life. We got so many different things we get to do and responsible for, but the stability of coming here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. There's right there.
That one is also allowed.
And you notice the very last card in the stack was the one she was looking for.
And it's not trying to get out. Yes. Thank you.
Allow.
It's a beautiful card too. Show them the picture. It's beautiful.
Allow. Who knows what kind of flower that is?
I don't.
But somebody there probably will.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
The card is called Allow.
Allow. Allowing does not ask for action, but quite the opposite. Allowing is a letting be, a letting go.
Ooh.
When you cease movement of mind and body, allow comes bearing gifts. Flow, opening, awakening are all in the moment you allow.
What a powerful card.
That sounds like William Brown.
It does,
right,
especially that part about when you cease movement of mind and body. That movement of mind and body could be that seeking, that yearning, that doing all that. When you stop all that, allowing comes bearing gifts. Did you hear that? Allowing comes bearing gifts. That's really punctuating William Brown's sentiment earlier.
Absolutely.
Allowing comes bearing gifts. Because I'm happy. Sister Show DJ that likes that song. Clap along if you feel, with a dumb lyric ending.
Like a room without a roof.
Still dumb ending. Dumb. Okay. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing your note for note.
Dr. Deborah agrees.
Don't worry.
She said, I thought that sounded like William also. Amen. It definitely does. I'm grateful that he's infused our worlds.
Yes. Do you remember the song from the 1980s? Don't worry, be happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's a little song I wrote. And he's got, your landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. That seems like a pretty good time to worry. Be happy. That seems like a time you should worry. That's the lyric in the song.
It is. It is.
It'll be, but here's the other sentiment too. It will be all right. All these things that come to you,
everything
it's going to be okay.
Be all right.
It'll work out. It's worked out for you so many times. It's going to be okay. You know. Oh man, what's the name of that crazy movie? Movie 42 or something like that. No, I ain't gonna go there. It's too
Please.
Much. It's too much for the show.
Good gracious. I'm gonna rest in this card again today.
Okay.
I remembered that it was in here, but I don't think I have shuffled past it for quite some time. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sit in it.
Oh, good. A meditative place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how allow. And even, you know, there's a concept that people say sometimes when we try to help God out or try to show God how to do the blessing that we want from him, we get in the way. Mm-hmm. And sometimes maybe in that movement, and like on the card there, that movement and what does it say? Movement, when we cease the movement and allow comes bearing gifts. When we try to, look, God, I need a financial blessing, so I need you to bring me this client here that pays this much so I can get the financial blessing that I'm asking for. That's an example of getting in God's way, because he can bless you another way. He can bless you in a different way. You know, it don't have to be done that way.
Amen. Brittany says, so when you allow God to be God in your life, he is going to do exceedingly abundantly above all you ask or can even think.
Yes.
Is her takeaway.
Amen.
Amen. Let God allow.
I wish Brittany could come Saturday. Saturday, the 3501 Tuckasegee Road Freedom Church.
There's steps.
I think they have a balcony on the front, don't they?
I don't know.
I hardly can imagine any church not having accommodations for someone in a chair.
I agree, but I'm just telling you, I saw steps, and I often
we took the
notes.
Steps. We took the steps, and I take note too. We took steps, but
wait, there was a lady who was in a wheelchair.
That's right. She got there. She rode right past us. So, yep.
I think they carried her up the stairs.
Well, I carried Brittany then, if that's the case.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I'm a strong guy, so if they don't have a balcony, I'll get her up there.
Empowerment Saturday, 3501 Tuckasegee Road at 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
Empowerment Saturday. It's a back to school empowerment showcase, and we're looking forward to participating in the event.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I know somebody's going to be blessed that day. I know it. Somebody might even come to God that day. You know, so we're gonna do our best. My word's gonna be ready. I know Lisa's word's gonna be ready. And the singer, we've met her.
Miracle.
Have you ever heard her sing?
She sang that day we were there.
That's right, she did, and she sang beautifully that day. So the singer's gonna be good.
She's 15-year-old Miracle.
15-year-old, and that's her real name is Miracle, right?
Mm-hmm.
15-year-old young lady sang her heart out, sang beautifully, and she wanted to sing too. You could see it. So,
Miss Phyllis says, "Man, I'm doing something. What are you doing?" I'm looking for a miracle.
you must really be feeling that card. You keep going back to it.
I am. Brittany says, "I'll see what I can do." Amen, Brittany. We'd love it if you could be there. If anybody is in the Charlotte, North Carolina area or is willing to come in, we would love to see you as well.
We want our peeps in the room if we can get them. Okay, we want Brittany there. We want Stephanie Mars there if we can get them there. We want our peeps in the room. Yep. Yeah, people that showed up for stuff, people that we love to support. We want to see you in the room too. You know, if you're doing something, you know, you might want to show up for company. You know, so we want some company with us. Again, the show is called Let's Talk About It, and I'm excited about it. Today is Tuesday. Today I do have a client in the morning. I'm meeting in the morning, but hopefully
afternoon you're gonna be free.
Afternoon I will be free today. This Thursday, I'm doing a thing called Finish Strong. Finish Strong. I put together a 4-month program, September, October, November, and December. Finish Strong. And the way that it's like a selling your services boot camp to make the last quarter of the year the most profitable quarter of the year for you. I believe you can make more money in this last quarter of the year than you have made for the first 8 months of the year. My all-time greatest months in sales have typically come in August and December. August and December. Personally, those seem to be big months for me. Okay. And you know, today's only August 22nd. I still got some more days this month to make it happen.
Amen. Miss Phyllis says, visiting my aunt/godmother in Savannah. She's in a nursing home. Is that where you are? You're in Savannah today? Well, we're glad you took some time out to hang with us.
She's in Savannah. Save.
SAV?
Yeah, that could be somewhere else.
Like where?
I don't know, but I don't know what the acronym means. It could be an acronym. Okay, but it could be in Savannah. But if you're in Savannah and if you drove to Savannah from where you live,
I think she flew. I think she said she was flying, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
She goes, "No home. No, I'm home tomorrow. I'm home. I don't know what that means. Okay, you're coming home tomorrow, or you're already home."
Miss Shirley said, "I always make more money in the last quarter."
Look at that.
Gifts. Amen. Flying.
Gifts.
She's flying.
She's flying. Okay, cool. Because if you drove through North Carolina and didn't holler, because you'd have had to come through us to get there.
Amen. She's leaving tomorrow. Amen. Well, we wish you journey mercies, and we're grateful that you decided to make this your stop by place to hang out with us this morning.
Yep. It's now 9:41. So what we do is at this time is we thank you guys. You know, our faithful folks. She came in the room. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Cynthia's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
What part of North Carolina are you in now, Cynthia?
Mebane.
She's in Mebane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. My son's girlfriend lives in Mebane. He lives in Raleigh, but they up and down that highway to see each other all the time. Okay. We're about to thank our people. And the way we do that is with greeting songs and with greeting logos. And if you've never heard it before, it goes a little something like this. Go to the top, please. Up first today is our friend. He's out in Vegas, y'all. Mr. William Brown. That means it's 6:42 there, I think.
It's dark 30.
Yeah, 6:42. It's probably only 100 degrees right now.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was. William Brown has a jam. Good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Good morning to our friend Will. Miss Brittany Thomas got a jam too, and it goes.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany.
Brittany Thomas.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany.
It's your
time. It's your time. Yeah.
Y'all, I think it was yesterday I came in the room for Lisa had already laid down. And she turned over. She had on this charcoal mask or something, okay? It was like most of her face is covered up in this mask because she was in the bed. And I was like, what the? Ugh. It wasn't sexy, y'all. It was just
He wasn't supposed to be in the room.
I wasn't supposed to see that.
Dr. Deborah, healing trauma and manifestation coach. Mm-hmm.
So please.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Dr. Beverly has a logo and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Good morning to you, Shirley DeJohnette.
Why it will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette, why it will rock you, rock you.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is
so
here.
Clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is
Miss
here.
Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis
Now we
is
can
here.
all have a great day.
Hey,
you know,
Miss
we once did a
Phyllis.
show on here, the benefits of singing. Remember that?
Yes.
We did one show on the benefits of singing, and what we discovered was singing has so many health benefits.
Absolutely.
Physical health as well as psychological health benefits of it. So for you guys to make commentary about Brother Brian singing this morning, y'all should be singing more often too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, Chef Rev.
Chef Rev's in the building?
Yes.
Where you at? Okay.
If I say it, it is so.
I want to see the day.
I just told you.
Why must I cook like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts the good food in me.
Nah. That's a jam.
Amen. Amen. We are grateful. We're great. Singing does bring about a certain amount of joy. I remember in choir rehearsals, we would have so much positive energy in choir rehearsal that we couldn't duplicate any other time because it was a freedom in the choir rehearsal, while at the same time we were instructed that this is part of worship. This is part of your worship. Even though it's practice, it's still part of your worship. So we got to take God seriously. And it really is energetic. It really does bring about release. I believe singing releases endorphins as well.
I'm going to find Cynthia Moore a jam because I want to. I think she's about our age maybe, and I got to find something age appropriate, but she's also in St. Croix. So do I want to do some Bob Marley with Cynthia?
She wants somebody in the Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's right. She said Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay. Earth, Wind, and Fire. We love Earth, Wind, and Fire in my house. We play Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. Brittany Thomas says, good morning, Bev and Dr. Deborah Dunstan.
Amen. Good morning, Brother Mark stepped in the room.
Mark Greer?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Mr. Mark Greer. How you doing, my man? We are so looking forward to our submission tomorrow on Wisdom Wednesday. Our moment with Brother Mark Greer. I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'll do it so wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under a hat.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. You know, we have a couple of minutes. I want to say this. I wrote an article yesterday and published it on LinkedIn. The article was adversity is the key to success. Okay. And I found a picture of just like a weightlifter. To get stronger, they need some adversity. It means they have to lift heavier weights to get stronger. You got to go through more adversity to get stronger. So I wrote this article and I published it on LinkedIn. And I shared it a few different places. And I shared it with my wife before I published it. And I shared it with Dr. Deborah Dunstan before I published it too. They both gave me feedback on it, but I sent it anyway. Okay. I published it anyway. But you both gave good feedback, though. Y'all gave good feedback on it. Mark Greer submits today. You want to do it or should I do it?
You should do it.
I ain't know if you felt in the mood. Mark Greer submits. Okay, wait a minute. Good morning, my brother and sister.
Amen.
I just saw the video about your phone sticking to the car. What kind of phone case do you have, bruh? I need one of those Superman cases.
For real. That's
Favor.
what it was.
Favor.
Superman case. That case was holding on to that car at 80 miles an hour.
I'll tell you what's so
an
funny.
hour.
I'll tell you what's so funny. I've been recently thinking about replacing my case, but not no more. It's old and it's kind of frayed looking, you know. I was thinking about getting a new case. Nah, sir. I'm keeping this.
Superman case is exactly what it is.
Yes, man. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, we traveled from Atlanta, and at the last rest stop, about an hour and a half from the house, I didn't even change into I should normally change into some sweats or shorts to drive in, but I still had on dress pants and a belt. So after we left the rest stop, I was going back to the car. I decided to loosen my belt at least. I laid my phone on top of the car, loosened my belt, and then I got back in the car and started driving.
And forgot it was there.
Yes, about a half an hour later, I was reaching for my phone to check how close we are to home, the distance. I couldn't find it. Baby, where's my phone? Because it has to be in the center console. And it wasn't. And about 30 minutes after that, it came to me. Because I was thinking, I had to have fallen down somewhere. I was like, oh, God, baby, the phone's on top of the car. That's the last place I left it. So I was sure either it fell off at the rest station. I was sure it did. On the highway. Yeah, there's no way. It was gone.
But it was there.
And then you think your phone is gone. I'm thinking, what I lost. I lost my phone. They have access to my PayPal and Cash App. They have all my pictures in there, all the hassle and la, 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 la. All that stuff was, and by the time I got home, I had worked myself up into a frenzy and I was sick. I was almost nauseous. And I got out of the car. This bad boy was still on top of the car.
Stuck. Dr. Deborah said, hey, Brother Mark, I was thinking the same thing. I need one of those Superman cases. That should have been a video right there, an advertisement. We need to find that case on Amazon and show that story and sell those cases.
We could, because they give you a track of everything you bought. So, yeah, we could find it. Yeah, man. I was, whether it's a Superman case or not, I took it as, you know, God taking care of us, favor.
Amen.
I took it as what a blessing, because it could have been worse. I could have lost my phone, but I did it because he kept me.
He kept me.
Oh, just the move. And then, you know, Mark, my brain even went to, after I was feeling sick about it, my brain went to Brian Chill. That was a mistake. Anybody can make a mistake, Brian, because I was kicking my own butt. How could you lose your phone like that, Brian? Da, da, da. Anybody could have did that. You know, it could happen. It's a mistake. It was, I mean, it had been a long day. We had drove to and fro. We had done work all day. We had been on. I was obviously tired. I made a mistake. I got careless. All that stuff was in my head, but the phone was still there.
Absolutely. It was a 12, 13-hour day.
Yeah. I didn't even count it. I was probably scared to count how long the day was.
I know, absolutely.
It's time for us to get you up out of here.
We're grateful to have you here. We love you. We hope to see you tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. And Brother Mark says you may want to wear suspenders instead, so true. You don't have to loosen your belt. Amen. Dr. Deborah says that'll preach. We love